Hello, everybody. This is Frogman, and welcome back to Serious Engineering. Kind of done a bit of work in between episodes, and I'm kind of staring at this wall because I don't want to kind of give away too much of what we've done. But as you can see, I have used a little bit of a greatwood stairs, since I kind of like that chocolatey brown color to kind of take care of the side posts, which that also means something else. That also means that some of the other processes around outside has been taken care of. So let's go take a run over here real quick. I have gotten all four sides done, at least with the slate shingles. So those are all done, and I've started to kind of lay out the second floor for the base. We'll get into the Thaumcraft stuff here in a minute. We'll kind of talk about the base first, at least as far as making a few things work. However, there is going to be one thing about Thaumcraft. Since I needed an elevator to get up here, I made one of those arcane levitators that gets us from the top floor to the bottom floor to the top floor. But I did go ahead and kind of leave these areas open with a lane of fences, just in case I decided I wanted to put a piece of equipment down here that actually does pollute, so that we can then kind of conjoin the pollution into a central area. We will eventually, if that has to happen, use filters at the top of the building to pick things up and take care of the pollution problem. I've got a little bit of arcane stone just as a decoration. We're going to be building windows and whatnot in here so we can make things a little bit prettier. Not 100% set yet on the Andis site as far as the side walls, but they're going to be just there to kind of maybe make sure I know what I'm doing. Kind of worked on the floor a little bit, at least to the floor ceiling, so we have a kind of a nice little neat pattern. And, just blah, 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 blah kind of deal. Kind of made a few things just to make it look a little bit more presentable and decent, kind of a thing like that. So, other couple of things is I did in between episodes craft a glider just to kind of help myself get around a little bit, and supposedly, yes, did craft a tier 2 magnet since we have the ability to do so. Gliders were not all that hard as far as things are going on. It's just a bunch of heavy cloth and a little bit of heavy cloth and a little bit of iron, basically, so it's not too much. It's just a lot of wool and leather, which we can make leather now, which actually I have been did a couple of other things here. I went ahead and made a chemical laboratory from tech guns, because chemical laboratories have a few things we can do with them, and one being leather. It also does raw rubber into plastic. It does biomass. It does various things. We can fill our tanks with it. We can do a few other fancy things like special ammos, carbon fibers, wood into rubber, all that kind of stuff, whether or not we need it. I was mostly interested in this little recipe right here because that was a pretty easy way of getting a lot of leather, since we have a ton of rotten flesh. It's also a good way to get clay, like gray concrete, things like that. So it was worth me taking the time to craft that guy, even though he wasn't really all that hard to craft for the most part. Just a few little parts and pieces that we have laying around. I do have a pump over there feeding it with a little water line coming up here to the back of it. This is not its permanent spot. It's going to sit right there until I find a place for it. Let's see. What else did we do? Thaumcraft. I said in the last episode that we were going to do a little bit of automations and building of a few things. I did get the infernal furnace built, and as you notice, he has 3 of the, bellows on the outside of them. So let's take a look at some of this stuff. Let's see. That should be under Artifice. I actually unlocked quite a bit of stuff in Artifice, mainly because I needed to be able to get to a few things. So we got the Infernal Furnace. The Infernal Furnace also unlocks the Arcane Bellows, and bellows are not all that hard to do. They're just a little bit of leather and wood and some iron ingots. I forget what that took to unlock. It wasn't anything major. We did get the Hungry Chest, and I needed the Arcane Levitator unlocked so that I had an elevator. This is not a terrible thing to make, other than it takes a thaumium plate and a simple arcane mechanism, which is just a little bit more crafting of various parts and pieces. So that got us all of that. I did kind of work this direction a little bit, got the redstone relay opened up, which is a kind of a handy thing. Arcane ear, not necessarily what I want. I'm kind of interested to go towards this line over here and be able to play with the arcane bore and a few other things. So arcane lamps, I do believe they come just straight out, or we might have already unlocked them as we play with it. Arcane lamps are essential for automated farming using immersive engineering, because in arcane lamp, let's say Arcane. I can't spell it. Let's do it this way. Cloche. Where is he? Garden cloche. It requires an arcane lamp to make a garden cloche. It also requires greenhouse glass. Greenhouse glass is made in an alloy kiln with sand and lead. Whoop, don't do that. Sand and lead in here with a few other things. So that's how you get a few things here. Now, I was correct with this little process, and this is something that is actually very, very, very handy. Let me grab one of those, and I need, what was it, 10 Ordo and 10 Metallum. My cat's yowling, I don't know why. Where is my Metallum? 10 of these. And if I stick this, all of that, plus that, and this, I get a cluster, a native iron cluster. Native iron cluster in the top of this furnace over here. I just took care of those raiders. I just had a raid. That will smelt that and output an ingot or 2 ingots. It'll automatically double it. Occasionally, it will also output nuggets, which is awesome. So, we need to go ahead and sleep and take care of these raiders really quickly. As you can see, I just did one, like just a couple of minutes ago. So maybe it's time to start looking at other things. So to the southeast, we need to go deal with these clowns. Where are they? Where are you guys? This is the only land-based attacks I usually get. Okay, did we get everybody? I just did one of these. Hi, bug. Nice. Okay. Anyhow, what did I get? Did I get anything good off of these guys at all? I got a tome of whatever the tome of thingy is with the last one. This one. We got an ancient tome with the last one, which I will have to do something with. Why does that look like I have a bunch of stuff over here, too? Or is it just a bunch of sharks? Sharks. Whatever. Okay, on to where we were now that we've been sidetracked thoroughly. Run back over towards the base. Try not to fall in the hole. We have done a little bit of work out here as well. I've got a cattleman, cowboy person, whatever, built finally. So they're going to start taking care of the cows for me, which is going to be nice because that means we'll have meat for whenever we need meat, as well as leather and, of course, milk buckets, which it doesn't really matter at this point. We have those as it is. And I built the first tier of a very interesting build. This is the, what is it, the woodcutter, log cutter, where is this thing at? Sawmill. I built one of the really, really big ones. So this one over time is going to absolutely be massive. It covers all of the area where these torches are and actually builds like a little ravine into the ground, and it goes down quite a ways. So I figured it'd be kind of interesting. Even though we're on an island, I figured why not? We'll just have fun with it. Okay, everything else I think we're pretty well caught up on. I'm updating my food producer, my little cook or whatever they are right now, and I believe my feller wants a bunch of oak fence. Let me teach this guy how to do fence, because that's the one thing I forgot to teach him how to do. Recall worker, teach recipe, fence, dark oak fence, done. Cool. Now you have all kinds of recipes that you can work on, and we taught him, whoop, hang on a minute, done, back up. List of recipes he can make for, make us stairs, he can make sticks, he can make logs, he should say planks, slabs, fence, basically anything that you can craft with any of the woods, he can make in here, which is why it's so awesome. So I don't have to worry about handcrafting that part. So one of the next bigger problems I think we're going to deal with is either a stonemason or a smelter person that can cook cobblestone into stone, or a stonemason that can take regular stone and turn it into stone bricks or things like that. We're really not in the need for stone right now, but the next couple of steps on some of these houses, they're going to require a lot of stuff. So anyhow, back from the process that was getting rated, let's look at Thaumcraft really quickly. So Thaumcraft, we did a bunch of work in here. I just kind of unlocked a few things. Arcane Pattern Crafters, we may actually use this just for the giggles of it because of what it can do. It's basically automated crafting with Thaumcraft, which is something that's kind of fun to play with. We haven't done any of this. I do need to kind of start looking at magic mirrors, and magic mirrors require a few things. We need mirrored glass and a bunch of stuff like that. This is the first easy way of moving things from one point to another without having to bother with rails. So we can make this, we're not going to play with it right now, but basically what I can do is on one end of a very long deal, like say where we have our deposits, I can put one magic mirror, and on the other side I can have a magic mirror that are both linked, and things will just get thrown through the mirror as we toss things around. So not something we're going to do, probably going to be messing with the rails quite a bit, but I may use that as a way of moving things from the bottom of this base to the top of this base, because I don't necessarily want to use the brazier of holding, or the brazier of holding, to hoarding, to be able to move things from the bottom of the base to the top of the base, because that automatically puts things in chests, and I don't really want to do that right now. I want to be able to sort the items prior to things going into chests, and the only real way to do that, you can sort chests, but I don't want one specific chest to just hold one thing. I want to be able to sort a lot of the mob drops out prior to them coming up here, so they either go into that chest over there or in a trash can. So yeah, all right, what did we get here? Did we get anything good? Probably not. Whatever. All right, Thaumcraft, along with the rest of the way, this whole system is more or less done. Alchemy, as I stated, I was going to work this line out. We do now have the ability for the Thaumium Essentia Smelter, the alchemical automation, which is the Thaumatorium, which is awesome. This is simple, easy. We need this to be able to make our ore processing work. And the advanced Essentia transport, which is awesome because that means I don't have to worry about pipes and leaks and trying to work with vacuum and things like that. I did get the Essentia centrifuge made, and this is going to be very important because of the fact that, and if I'm not 100% sure on this, I can sure Google it up and look. In this process here, this should give us, where is the Thaumcraft thing for it? It's right there. That is going to give us metallum, and it's going to give us the whatever that one is right there at. Let's just do this. Where is it? I need to actually be able to pronounce it. Permenio, or however you want to say this. That's going to be a Versio, and, well, it should be. Hang on. How do you create it? It's Spiritus and Terra. Spiritus is Victus and Mortis. Mortis, Victus, all these kinds of things. Terra and water. Mortis is going to be Aqua and Perdicio. If you see the kind of things here. So metallum, wherever metallum went. Move your light. I'm trying to look at my screen and my light fell down. That's nice. Notice that, right there. Metallum is Ordo and Terra. Ordo and Terra. So everything we need to be able to ore double materials is going to come out of metallum. And if I use the Essentia centrifuge to break down excess metallum instead of burning it, I'm going to end up with Terra and Ordo, which is what I need. The Terra we can junk. The Ordo we can use to ore double. So this is one of the fun things that does exist, and it's one of those deals that I have done this. It's been a long time since I've done this, but anyhow, that's what our plans are going to be as far as doing the majority of materials and metals for a while. I'm not planning on playing with immersive engineering stuff and crushers. We'll make a crusher. We need a crusher to be able to do a few things. We'll make an arc furnace, but we don't need them right now. What I want to do is I want to kind of do something how you would do this with Thaumcraft if you have the technology. So again, I made the Thaumium Essentia Smeltery. It has one Arcane Alembic on the top of it. I went ahead and made an auxiliary venting port times 2. These help to kind of reduce the whatever you call it, flux that comes out of the world. I am going to be utilizing the improved Essentia Distillation Part 2, which this gives you a slurry pump. And basically what a slurry pump is it replaces one of these. It smacks on the side of this. You can put an alembic on top of it, and you can process more than one thing at a time. And it's a lot more efficient than trying to send things vertically through multiple alembics. So that way you can process two things at the same time or one thing at the same time quickly. For the most part, we're only ever going to really be processing any of the iron and gold materials that are going to be coming out of the mob farm downstairs that we're going to be using to ore double with. So I know it's kind of silly that I'm going to use all of those iron drops, but that's exactly what we're going to be planned with. I also did go ahead and put an arcane bellows on the outside of it, and it's just kind of sitting here waiting. We did have to make a few things to be able to unlock the various parts of this system here, as well as some of this the other parts of stuff and things like this. So we'll get into this when we get into this. It's going to be a discussion that we're going to have to play with eventually, but we're not going to worry about it right now. What I want to do is I want to start fooling with Infusion, because I believe we either did this last episode or I did it in between episodes. I made the runic matrix that we need. And a runic matrix is pretty simple, easy to make. If we just click on this, we get the green nitor or any kind of nitor and some arcane stone bricks. So let's go ahead and get our infusion process going. I probably need to go grab a bit of stone. Where is it? And I'm going to be doing that a lot. If that drives you nuts, I apologize, because being able to kind of fly around a little bit helps a little bit sometimes. All right, we need a little bit of this. Let's make a whole bunch of runic stone. Or arcane stone, excuse me. And then I should be able to do the rest of this. We're going to need a few. Do I have slabs already? I do have a couple. We're going to need a few pedestals. So let's make a few pedestals. That's not going to be near enough. Thank you. We're going to go right straight for the hard one. Just get as many of those done as we can. And finish that pile off. That should be an even number of 8. We'll play with 8, 9, plus the one in the center. Good deal. All right, now let's go upstairs and pick a spot for this thing. This is always the fun part of Thaumcraft, when you can get to where you can do this process. Now, I did think about putting it in the middle in here, but I kind of don't really want it in the middle of the room. I kind of want it off to one side, and because we built this thing on the evens, it's going to be off center. So that's going to be something I'm going to deal with, and that's perfectly fine. I really don't care. I build on evens, I build on odds, I build on all kinds of things. So let's go see what we can do here. Let's get Infusion up and running. So Infusion, we need to be able to build this multi-block structure, which is mainly going to be just regular arcane stone. And if I do this, back up, you should be able to go down. We're going to have a pedestal in the center. All right, now I want that down here, this over here. I don't want to cover that hole up right there, and I don't want to be too crazy about where we build things. I have a thought for building pillars in the center of things, but we may not. What if we did it right there? Come here, you. That, totally wrong, totally wrong. That. I think I'm going to move it all over one, just so we have a little bit more room, or I might even just go ahead and extend it out to like that block right there. So let's see, I need to put one of you there, one of you there, and then we need to do these. Let's see, so 1, 2, nope. We'll do the basic one like this for now. Do I like this, or am I going to get angry with it and move it later? Probably. I don't want it in the middle of the room, because we're going to do other things up here eventually. Other processes, other projects. We're going to move it over one. We're going to put it right in the center of that spot. I'm going to put it right there. That looks pretty good to me. Where is my glove? Where is my glove? I haven't seen my glove in a minute. It's not in there. I don't know why I grabbed that. I don't need that. It's not in there. Is it in here? Might be downstairs. It is downstairs. Nice. Down. Ow. There it is. Okay. We will be moving a lot of this stuff. Everything here, everything in this corner is going to be moving up because this is mainly going to be the machinery area along with a few other little things. So we're going to be doing magics or higher level technologies upstairs. So let's see if we can get that to go. Oh yeah, no, we need to make some stuff, don't we? Do I have any of that? Where is it? Where is it? We do need to use... Nope. This. Central pedestal. Once this is all gathered, click the runic matrix with the casting tool to start the crafting process. Huh. I thought all I had to do was click it with that. Hang on a minute. What am I doing wrong? Hang on. Is it really the one I think it is? Hang on. Runic matrix properly placed structure fusing bring to craft. The altar is crafted with... Yep, that's what I thought. Okay. It's been a long time since I've made a runic matrix. Okay. That's the only problem with the glider backpack too, is it won't let you go down things. Come out for there, please. Thank you. All right. We need to make some Salus. So 1, 2, 3, plus a bowl. I need to make a bunch of this stuff. Where's my bowls? Not cow. Bowl. Thank you. Where are they? You're over here. All right. Piece of flint. Redstone. Whatever that's doing in there, I don't know. And a piece of Salus. All right, cool. There we go. You do this. Sweet. And then click it. And get him to spin. Very good. Very cool. Very awesome. Nice. Wonderful. Cool. All right. Let's go clean our inventory up really quickly. Now, like I said, I should be able to just shift down over this and it'll let me down. Thank you. Let's pick up a little bit of our junk. Clean out our inventory. I'm kind of waiting on someone to finish so I can put their external heater back. We'll just put that away for right now, too. All right, I want to work down this direction here. I want these tools, especially I want that one right there. I want that dude. So, Boots of the Traveler. We need to do some theory of arcane fun stuff, which is a fun thing to do because now we can kind of do this silly. Give me my axe. I can go smack this right next to this. Out the hole. Thank you. Where's the research table? There. Yes. Probably just need one. Probably need just a little bit. What do we got? Do that. Yeah, I'm not worried about it. I just need some of this stuff. Measure. Measure. Do that one. We'll do that real quick. Go ahead, do these. We're just trying to do the free ones. Measure again. Complete theory. Yay, that's all I needed. Awesome. Come back with me, please. On down. 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 There we go. Need to make that hole just a little bit bigger. But yes, we will be moving some of this stuff. We'll be moving various things because we're not going to be leaving all of this Thaumcraft stuff down here. It's going to go over there. So we needed a little bit of that, which should now allow us to make Boots of the Traveler. Awesome. All of these other things are like, run, jump, swim, do all that thing a lot, and we've already been there, done that. So we need another theory of that wonderful and a bunch of thaumium. Thaumium. Well, I suppose what we need to start doing then is we need to look at going ahead and building some more matrices. Do I have any more matrices? Or not matrices, alchemical constructs. So we need to make a few more of these, which is essentia valves, pipes, tubes, iron plates, and some great wood. I should have some essentia valves. These are wonderful to craft. Hang on a minute. Come here, you. I need some more iron plates. I have one thaumium ingot. So we're going to go ahead and make this now so that we can quit making a mess of various things. What am I doing? I need iron. Iron. 1, 2, 3 for now. Cool. Great wood plank should be where? Right there. And levers. Levers are right there. Okay, cool. Make one of those things. So R on you. I need a couple of these. So go ahead, just make all of them. Won't matter at this point. We will use them. R on you. Go. 2 more of these. Cool. Now, this thing right here, we're actually going to do that with for right now. We're going to go ahead and place this up a block now so that we can actually get to it. And I believe I still have to do this. And we need to make a little bit more of our favorite fun stuff. So let's make like 4 of these this time. And pick something that's got a lot in it. We can use that one too because we can make a lot of that. Need some more redstone. Cool. And some more salus because we're going to be recrafting this several times. No big deal. We just want to be able to use it right now. Yes, please. My friend, how have you been? I have not seen you in a while. Thaumatorium. Perfectly usable thing. I don't need you anymore. You can go over here. Hello, emails. Ding, ding. Now, with you, we can make things relatively simply and relatively easy so long as we have stuff melted down. So, if I take some iron, hit the wall, and put some iron in here, it's going to give me the 2 recipes it's capable of doing. I select both of these. It says it needs 5 of each of these 2 things. Well, we have the capability of doing that stuff except for one little problem, and that is I haven't got any of the materials over here. So we're going to kind of work with this a little bit after we take a nap. So I'm going to go ahead and sleep and play around with this a little bit. So we need to do some stuff. Do I have any that are open? I need to make some labels. We have to make some of the parts pieces that we have. So I think I'm going to go ahead and just blow all of that off right now. Just go ahead and cook every bit of it. And that's going to just work its way through there until it fills this little process up. Now we're going to make a little bit of nastiness, and I actually think this thing pollutes as well. I'm not 100% sure. Are you done? No, you're still cooking. Got a bunch of stuff to get rid of. That was 74 of that. Whether or not we're going to get 74, I don't know. You also want 5 of this, so we're going to go ahead and just grab. Go over here. I don't know why these chests do that. Some of this, we're going to grab about that much. You can cook that. And I want that gone. You should be good now, right? Yes. All right, cool. So that means I can take one of these and with a little bit of a pipe, do this. As soon as that gets done, come on. As soon as we finish all of this little process here, we can actually do a little bit more work. Come here. Where is the other pipe? Pipe, pipe, pipe. Go. Bloop. And we're just going to use both of those up. Or at least one of those up. Cool. Why do I have another diamond sword? Must have got that from one of those raiders. That's weird. Okay, well, you can go in there. Are you done? All right, so we still have plenty of stuff, but it shouldn't do any more than this. So notice how it didn't put any more into the system because we have no other catalyst to be used. So we can put that up there. And now we can start the fun stuff of this one, which I probably should just go ahead and make that a void right now. Yes, please. Thank you. Awesome. All right, cool. And then this can get moved. These are all going to go upstairs shortly. Matter of fact, they're probably going to be on the other side or one of these sides over here so that it's close to the infusion altar. But we have our thaumium ingots, and I have completely forgotten where we were going. We were looking at elemental tools, and it wants me to make all of those plus do a theory. Blah, 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 blah. Let's see. Tools, 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 tools. That is not enough to make all those tools, is it? Crap. All right, well, I guess I know what I'm going to be doing. We're going to go ahead and get that sorted out in between episodes, probably, since we're getting a little long right now. I wanted to have that sorted out, and I'm going to go ahead and continue to make a few more things here. We're going to start next episode, hopefully, with the usage of the new elemental tools, because I want that pickaxe of the core, and for that matter, I probably want half of the other things that are here, because this makes life a lot easier as far as certain things are concerned, especially that axe, the axe of the stream, and various things like that. The sword's kind of it's all right, it's not great. We don't have a problem with things right now as far as that goes, so do need to get a few other things hooked up with this, and like I said, I'm going to be moving all of it upstairs. Up, go. All of it's going to come up here, probably in this general area, so that it's going to be close to the infusion altar, and I may end up just taking that altar and centering it kind of on one of these sides, maybe. So it is what it is. We're just going to have to deal with the fact that the base is even and not odd. So, but anyhow, we got the infusion sorted out. We got a few other things going. I'm going to have to make a whole lot of thaumium so we can make all those things, and I have to do a little bit more research. So we will go ahead and come back with that once we get done with, well, this episode, so that, however that works. But I do want to get a little bit of work done with some of these other things as well, so I may just do a bunch of work off camera to try to make a few things work. So anyhow, guys, thank you for watching. Got Infusion going, got a few other things going. I will see you in the next episode. Bye. Did you honestly think I was going to leave it in that corner over there like that? No, 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 no. We build it in the middle, regardless of the fact it's going to be off center, just so we have the room to do all the other fancy things around it. Again, somewhat temporary. I have my Essentia set up over here. We will probably be putting them up in a little section over in this area. We have our smelter going on along with our thaumatorium, and we'll talk about that next episode. Oh yeah, and yes, that's the whole reason why I wanted this, was for that guy right there. So, I guess now we're done. See you guys.